to your yoga practice. I hope this day finds you well, that you're enjoying your day. And if not, I hope that a little bit of movement can help shift things for you. So we're going to start off kind of slow in case you as well have had a little too much Easter candy, too many jelly beans, too much chocolate, and just need to start off a little gentler. So we'll start in a comfortable seat, and as always, if you have blocks, have them close by, blanket, towel, whatever you have, if you need a little padding to sit on or for your knees. Put on your favorite music in the background if you want or not. Just make this your practice. And then join me in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like today. Rocking a bit side to side, front and back. Just noticing how you feel here, having found your seat. And if you need a little extra props or different props to feel more supported. And then find your nice long spine, crown of the head reaching up tall. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And another time, up, back and down. And then allowing the eyes to close or just take your gaze to the floor or your lap if that feels better. Inviting a deep breath in and sigh it out. And taking another deep breath in and letting it go. Give yourself the next few breaths just to land here. Pausing anything you have planned for the day, letting go of whatever was happening prior to you getting on your mat. Just starting to turn inside, noticing what needs your attention, what could use a little extra loving care today. Scanning through all the different layers of the body, the physical body, the breath body. How's your breath naturally showing up right now? Noticing the activity in the mind, your energy level at this point in your day. And just observing the person that is showing up on your mat without any judgment, without any need to change. Being a witness of all that's going on. Bringing attention back to your breath and starting to deepen your inhales and exhales. Feeling the breath moving through the torso. Letting the breath be your guide and teacher, teaching you how to softly stretch and open as you do on your inhales. And how to gently relax as you do on your exhales, letting go a little bit more. Breathing in fully into the belly, the ribs, the upper chest. And exhaling from the top down, from the collarbones all the way down and out through the belly. Take 4 more breaths like this. Let each one be a little slower than the one before. Take 2 more. And after your next deep exhale, return to your natural breath. Bring one hand to heart center, one hand to belly. Sending thanks, sending gratitude for whatever got you here today. And seeing if there's any further intention, dedication, or focus for your practice, the rest of your day or your week. Keeping an open mind and heart for things to shift and change down the line. Release the hands down to the lap, gently blink the eyes open, and extend your legs long out in front of you. Give them a little wiggle and a shake. Point and flex through the toes. We'll start with a little foot play, a little foot massage. Get things going down at our base. So bring your right foot up towards you. The knee can just hang out. If it's not comfortable to hang out, you can always put a block or something underneath it for a little extra support. And just begin to massage out your foot. Noticing any tender spots that you might hit on. Going all the way down to your heel. And then working your way slowly back up towards your toes. Massaging out the foot. Give each toe a little squeeze, a little hug. And then use your hand to point and flex the foot. Have the foot off enough to the side so you can begin to circle through the ankle, letting the arm do the work for you here. Taking it one way and then the other. And then option to really stretch out the toes, get in there by weaving your fingers through your toes. And it's easiest, I find, to start down at the pinky toe, work your way up to the big toe. Pinky toe is hardest to get into. Then wiggle your fingers down as much as you can and point and flex again. Oh, my toes need a stretch. And circle again. One way and the other. Use your thumb to get into that spot in the middle of the foot, about here. Do little circles. Then use your fingers to spread the toes nice and wide. And then release. And just notice the difference in the two. Maybe they're different colors even. Maybe toes spread a little bit better on the foot you were working with. And then doing the same with the left. Bring the foot up, and again, you can put something under the leg if you'd like a little extra support. Begin to massage out the foot. Oh, little foot needs some love today. And what's nice too about starting down with the feet, giving the feet a little massage, is if you happen to have cold feet, I always have cold feet, giving them a little massage gets a little more circulation down to the feet, warms them up. So they're nice and warm for your practice. And work your way back up to the toes. Give each toe a little squeeze, a little hug, a little pull. And then use your hand to point and flex the toes. And again, having the foot hanging off enough so you can circle around the ankle. One way and the other. And then use your fingers to weave between your toes. Get a little deeper stretch between your toes. Wiggle your fingers down. And again, it's easiest if they start to fall out. Start down at the pinky toe. Work your way to your big toe. And then point and flex again. You might notice a difference between the 2 feet if one feels tighter than the other. And circle again. One way, change it up. Use your thumb and massage little circles into that spot right at the base of the ball of the foot. Use your fingers to spread the toes nice and wide. And then release. Ugh. And just notice how your feet feel. Give the legs a little shake again. Let's move through the body a little bit. Roll the shoulders. Ugh. Bring the hands onto the shoulders. Legs can do whatever feels comfortable. Circle elbows forward. Circle elbows back. And then cross your legs, hands onto the lap, big circles through the torso. Take it all the way around, moving slowly. What do you notice as you slow the movement down? change the direction. Coming back to a nice long spine. Inhale, arms stretch up tall. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, arms up tall. And out and down. Inhale, arms tall. Then take it over to the right, keeping the legs nice and heavy as you reach through your left arm. Relax the neck and shoulders. Getting a little more space between your left ribs. As you inhale, come back up and tip over to the other side. Walking your left hand out, stretch through the right arm. Legs stay nice and heavy, hips grounded. So you get that length through your right side. Soften the neck and shoulders. And as you inhale, come back up, both arms reach high. Exhale, out and down. Take your hands out in front of you, hips pull back. Getting a little stretch into the outer hips. So just going to the point where you start to feel this stretch. It might be a shorter journey. It might be a further journey. And then breathing into the back body as you stay here, feeling that expansion through the back ribs as you breathe deeply in. And as you exhale, soften into it a little more. As you breathe in, walk your hands back towards you, rolling up through the spine. Inhale, arms stretch tall. Exhale, out and down. Bring the fingertips to touch down behind you. Roll the shoulders back, heart lifts up, gaze upward. And release. Change the cross of the legs. If that's super uncomfortable, go back to how you were. If sitting cross-legged is uncomfortable, find something else. Inhale, arms up. Take it over to the right again. Stretching through the side, relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale up. And over to the other side. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale, come up. Then take the hands out in front of you, pull back through your hips as you walk your fingers forward, just until you start to feel that stretch in the outer hips. Hanging out there, take a deep breath in, expand through the back body. And as you exhale, soften into this a little more. Walk your hands back towards you, rolling up through the spine. Inhale, arms stretch tall. Exhale, out and down. Bring the fingertips to touch down behind you again. Roll the shoulders back, heart lifts up, gaze up higher. And release. Take the legs out in front of you and give them a little wiggle and a shake. Moving your blankets out of the way, come on up to a tabletop. And if you want that blanket as support under the knees, feel free to use it. If you need any help, if your wrist feels sensitive, you can work on fists. You can roll the edge of your mat up. So it looks a little something like that, putting just the heels of the hands on so that the wrists have less of an angle, which might feel good for them. So just doing what you need to do to get comfortable here. Then stretch back through the hips, reach out through the crown of the head, rolling the shoulders away from ears. Belly button draws towards spine slightly, so there's a little bit of a lift through the belly, lengthening through the low back. And sweep the feet to the right, looking over your shoulder at your feet. And over to the left. And to the right. And left. One more time, right. And left. Come back through center. Inhale, arc open. Exhale, curling. And arc open. And curling. One more time, arcing open. And curling in. Then begin to circle through the rib cage. Take big circles all the way around. Get into all the nooks nooks and crannies here. Going one way and then the other. As you circle the hips, the shoulders, neck and head can get involved as well. Then find your way back to neutral. Right leg extends back, toes curl under on the floor, press back to the heel, stretch out the calf. And then playing with the foot a little bit more, come forward onto the tips of the toes, and then press back again, heel draws back. Rock forward and back, and forward and back. And then release. Doing the same with the left side, starting with the toes curled under on the floor. Press back through the heel, pressing the hands away from you if you want more of a stretch in the back of the leg. And then start to roll forward to the tips of the toes and back. So doing a little opening up through the back of the leg as well as opening up through the bottom of the foot. One more time, come forward and back. And then release. Bring the knees wide, big toes to touch. Reach the hips back for heels, child's pose. Turn the palms up for a moment. Let the fingers, wrists, elbows soften. Letting the head rest down. And take a deep breath in and side out. Flip the hands back over, stretch out through your fingers. Take it over to the right, opening up through your left side. Come back through center. Take it over to the left. Come back through center. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, come up again. Knees come right underneath the hips once more. And just notice how you're feeling at this point. You feel a little warmer yet? Feel a little bit more in your body? Hopefully so. So now the right leg extends back. Press out through the bottom of the foot as you reach to the top of your head. As you inhale, lift the leg higher. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Reach up and back and draw it in. 3 more times like that. Up and back. Draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, coil in. 1 more time, reach back. And draw it in. Extend the leg back. And then bend the knee, point the toes, reaching up towards the air. Imagine you were bouncing a ball on your toes. Feeling the strength in the back of the leg, the glutes, the back muscles. And then extend the leg long again. Sweep the toes over to the left. Touch down, look over your shoulder at your toes in a C curve. Keep the legs as they are. Unwind the torso. And then on your exhale, bring the knee out to the side. Whoa. Inhale, bring it over to the left again. Exhale, knee out to the side. Inhale back. And again, out to the side and back. So you can either continue with the bent knee, or if you want it to be a little crazier, a little more energy, kick the straight leg out. Whoa. And back. 2 more times, either variation. Last one. And kick back. Pause there. Rooting down through your right hand, left arm reaches high. Itchy nose. Stretch up tall. And release the hand down. Gently drop your right knee down. Keep the knees close. Flick feet wide. Hips pull back. If you you want, you can again flip the palms to face up. Let the fingers, the wrists release. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. Spread the fingers nice and wide again, looking up, come back up. Unwind the legs and give the hips a little sway side to side. Then extend your left leg straight back, pressing out through the foot, reach out through the top of the head. On your inhale, lift the leg a little higher. Exhale, knee to nose. Reach up and back and draw it in. 3 more times. Reach back, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coil in. Last time, reach back and draw it in. Extend the leg long again. And once more, bend the knee, toes point, and bounce that ball on the tip of your toe. Imaginary ball on your toe. Strengthening the back of the leg. Whew. Extend the leg long again. Sweep toes over to the right this time. Touch down, look over your shoulder at your toes. And keep the legs as they are. Torso comes back to center. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bent knee comes out to the side. Inhale, cross the leg back again. Exhale, knee to the side. And back. And to the side. And back. And then your choice to continue with bent knee or kick straight leg out. And cross back. Out to the side. And back. One more time. And back. Left hand down, right arm reaches high, twist open, stretch through fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale the hand down. Whew. Drop your left knee behind your right. Keep the knees close, flick the feet wide. Pull back through your hips. Feel that delicious stretch into your outer hips here. Turn the palms over again if you like. Relax the fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Deep breath in. And let it go. Walk your hands forward again. Inhale, come up. Unwind the legs. And sway the hips a bit side to side. Take a big circle one way. And then the other. Walk your hands forward, lower down onto your belly. Point back through the toes. Arms down by the sides of the body. And going only about 50%, lift your torso, lift through fingers, lift the feet, spread through toes. Just a little bit off the floor and lower down. And again, just about 50%. Stretch back through fingers, stretch back through toes, and lower down. And then come up again. Turn to look over one shoulder, what's flying next to you, and the other way. And back to center, lower down. Hands come to land by the sides of the chest. Press yourself back up to a tabletop. Curl through the spine. Belly button draws towards spine, chin towards chest. As you inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl in. And arc open. Come back to neutral, walking hands back towards your knees. Sit back on the heels. If that doesn't work, you can sit on a block at whatever height between the feet. You can also do this cross-legged, so just finding a position that works if sitting on the heels doesn't work. And start to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Little shoulder release. As you inhale, shrug shoulders up to ears and let them go. And shrug shoulders up and down. And up and down. Begin to walk your right fingertips off to the side until they lift off, and you keep reaching through the fingers as you drop your head to the left. Oh. Left hand comes on top of the head just for a little weight and pull the head out to the left as you continue to actively stretch through your right fingers. Release your right arm down. Use your left hand to press the head back up. And then release. Roll through shoulders. And then taking the other side, left hand stretches out. Keep reaching through the fingers as you begin to drop the head to the right. Right hand comes onto the head for a little extra weight, and also to help pull the head to the right as you stretch out through your left fingers. And as you do this, can you relax the jaw? Just let it hang, let the tongue hang. And then release the arm. Right fingertips press the head up. Release both arms, roll through shoulders. And then bring the hands out in front of you, rolling onto hands and knees, or getting to hands and knees as whatever way you want to. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep a bend to the knees as you pull the hips up and back, pressing the hands away from you. So it's not so much about stretching the backs of the legs as it is getting the length through the spine. Head is resting in that space between the arms. Give it a shake. Yes, yes, yes. And no, no, no. Begin to bend through one knee some more and then the other, dropping the opposite heel down. Pedaling the feet, opening up to the backs of the legs and the bottoms of the feet a little more. Then let that motion turn into walking as you walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Hanging there in a forward fold, knees bent, take hold of your elbows, sway a bit side to side. Then gently release the arms. Inhale, come halfway up with a flat back, hands slide up the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up again. And fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up to standing, taking your time to get there. When you reach the top, arms sweep out and up. Take hold of the left wrist, pull over to the right. Inhale up. Take hold of right wrist, pull over to the left. And up. Arms come out and down, bend the knees, bring the hands to the low back. Straightening the legs, press the hips forward, heart lifts up, open through the front body. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, hands slide down the legs. Come halfway up with the flat back. And fold again. Bend the knees, roll all the way up. When you come to the top, bring the hands to the hips, left foot forward, right foot back, and then pivot your right heel down, opening up to the wide side of your mat. Arms come out wide. Left heel should be intersecting the arch of your right foot. Hands should be basically right over your feet or wrists over your feet, so you can do a little check. And then begin to bend your left knee. As you bend it, see that it's coming right over the ankle, tracing over middle toes. It's not knocking in or out. Press out through the pinky edge of your right foot. Gazing out over left fingertips in your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Notice if you feel heavy in that left leg, probably means you're reaching forward through your left arm some more. So pull back through your right arm a little bit. So you're nice and strong over both legs. Inhale, legs straighten, arms reach tall. Exhale, bend, gaze out over the left fingertips. Inhale, come up, reach tall. Exhale, bend. And again, reach tall. And bend. Staying low here, take your left arm up, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. Take hold of that elbow with your right hand, maybe draw it in a little bit more. Notice if your head's coming forward, can you press your head back against the arm? Maybe say hello to your tricep, those muscles down the back of the arm. Ooh. Inhale, straighten the leg again. Exhale, bend. And straighten. And bend. Stay low here. Tip yourself to the right. More stretch through your left side. Oh. Unpretzel. Right arm comes down. Left arm reaches up and back. And as you inhale, come up. Bring your left arm to rest on the thigh, palm facing up. Right arm sweeps over ear. Feel that stretch from your back foot all the way through your right fingertips. Use your arm against the front leg to twist yourself open. Inhale up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale up. And then come forward again. Forearm to thigh. Right arm sweeps over. One more time up. And take it back. I don't know about you, but my front leg is burning a bit. Working that leg. One more time, come up. Straighten your left leg, sweet release. Turn your feet forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Little bend to the knees, hips pull back, fold forward over wide legs. Hands coming down to the floor or your blocks. Let the head hang, shake it out. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Rock a bit side to side, bend into one knee some more, and then the other. Pause in center. Nice strong legs, hug the muscles to the bones. Hands come back onto your hips. And with a long spine, inhale, come up. Sweep your arms wide again. Turn your left toes in, right toes out. And again, that front heel is intersecting the arch of the back foot. Start to bend your right knee. Seeing that it's tracing right over middle toes, it's not knocking in or out. If you feel heavy over that leg, you're probably reaching forward some more. So just pull back through your left hand a little more. As you breathe in, legs straighten, arms reach tall. Exhale, bend again, gazing out over right fingertips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend. And come up. And bend. Stay low here. Right arm reaches up high. And then bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. You've made it this far through your practice. Hooray. Take hold of that elbow, draw it in a little bit more. Noticing if the head is coming forward again, can you press the head back? And as you breathe in, straighten the leg. And bend. Inhale, straighten. And bend. And making sure that you, as you do this, you're not going to locked knee. You're taking your time, possibly keeping a little bend to that knee, and then go further into your bend, if that makes sense. Pause with the knee bent again. Start to tip to your left, opening up through your right side. Staying there, unpretzel the arms, left arm down, right arm reaches up and back. As you inhale, come forward. Bring the forearm to the thigh, palm up. Left arm reaches overhead. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale up. Exhale, take it forward. One more time, up and back. Follow your breath. Have the breath start and end your movements. And last time, take it forward. Come back up. Straighten that right leg. Sweet release. Turn your toes forward. Bring your hands to the low back. Pressing the hips forward, heart lifts up. Chin can stay tucked or you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Then inhale back up. Fold, hands slide down the legs. Either coming to rest on the floor or your blocks. As you again shift side to side. And then pause and center. Walk your hands to your right foot. Stretch through the left side. And then walk your hands over to your left foot. Stretch to your right side. Keep going around to that side, pivoting the feet so you're facing the front of your mat again. Back knee gently drops down. Front foot steps back. Inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl. And arc open. And curl. Come back to a neutral spine. Keep your hips stacked over the knees as you walk your hands forward, melting the heart down towards the floor in a puppy pose. Head may reach down to the ground, it might not. Opening up through the front body. Feeling that stretch through the armpits, the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And sigh out. And if you want to try getting a little more stretch into the outer seam of the arms, feeling the triceps that we were just stretching in our last poses, you can turn to the pinky edges of your fingers, palms face each other. Taking a couple breaths. Then if your elbows aren't touching down yet, touch the elbows down. Slide yourself forward onto your belly. Reach out through your toes. Bring your arms out in front of you into a Sphinx pose. So like I said before, if your back is feeling a little tight, you can walk your hands out in front of you. If it feels pretty good at this point, you can walk your hands back until the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide on the floor. Pressing down into the forearms, lift through the crown of the head, heart draws forward. But also keep some softness there. So notice if you've gone to the ultimate extreme, and can you let go a little bit, nestling into this. Relax the jaw, the tongue, turn to look one way. Turn to look the other. Come back to center. Look up, stretch through the throat. Then if you play with opening and closing your mouth in that position, you'll get more stretch through the front of the neck, the throat, or at least I do. You can turn the head to feel the stretch move from side to side. Come back to center. Have the gaze come back normal, reaching through the top of the head. And then bring the elbows out wide, lower down. Make a pillow with the hands, resting the head, or you can just rest on your cheek. Let everything soften. Feet flopping in whatever direction feels best. Relax the shoulders, the neck. Keeping the legs straight, let the heels sway side to side. Bring a little wiggle into the body. And then bend the knees, feet come in the air, sway the feet side to side like windshield wipers. And gently release the legs down. Bring the hands to land by the sides of the chest. Press yourself back up to a tabletop. And then take it straight back to a child's pose. And you can decide whether to keep the legs parallel or bring the knees wider again. Let the head rest down, either on the floor, a blanket, or a block. On your next inhale, begin to roll to the top of your head as the hips come higher in the air. And as you exhale, hips lower down, roll towards your forehead. Inhale, doing that again, rolling to the top of your head as the hips lift higher. Exhale, lower down. And again, coming up to the top of the head, hips lift higher. Stay there. Begin to roll around on the top of your head. How many different points in the head can you get to touch the floor, rolling around? How many times do you get to have a little pressure on the top of your head? For me, not so often, so I like to take some time sometimes and just roll on the top of my head here. Switching the world upside down. Then come to pause right on your crown again and lower down. Pause for a moment there, take a deep breath in and let it go. Again, stretch out through your fingers, walk them over to the right. Come back through center. Walk them over to the left. And back to center. Spread the fingers wide, come up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under and pull the hips back again. Stretch out the feet a little bit. And come back up. Draw your right knee forward. Keep the hip stacked over the foot. Walk your left toes back. Hands can stay on the floor as you press yourself up. If you want to have a little bit more space to play with, you can use blocks, books, whatever you have close by, so that your arms can be a little longer, peeling yourself away from that front leg a little bit more. Getting a little more stretch to the front of the back leg. Turn to look one way, see that leg is straight back behind you. And take it the other way. Come back to center. Hug the legs towards each other. Get lighter on your fingers. Option. Hands can stay down, totally fine. If you want to go a little further, sweep the arms back. Flying pigeon. Relax the jaw, soften the tongue. And then come back down. Gently drop to your right. Move your blocks if you have them. Sweep the left leg out in front of you. And then come to stand on your right foot, either on the inside of the leg or cross it to the outside. Left arm hugs the leg, right hand comes back behind you as you twist. Reach out through your left foot as you gaze back over your right shoulder. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, unwind, bringing the hands over to your left. Tip into your left side, elbows bend wide, heart melts down towards the floor in a counter stretch. Counter twist. And then press back up. Extend both legs long, give them a little wiggle. Sweep the feet back behind you again, come back up to your tabletop for starters. And then slide your left knee forward, walk your right toes back. Hands either down in front if the front of the back leg is feeling tight. The more you come up, the more you'll feel the stretch in the front of the back leg. And if you want to come up even higher, have longer arms, use your blocks, your books, whatever. And then turn to look over one shoulder. Check that that leg is straight back. The foot's not off on some weird angle. Come back through center. Hugging the legs towards each other. Option to again get lighter on the fingertips. Sweep the arms back. Turning palms, inner elbows up. Hugging the shoulder blades down the back, broad across the collarbones. And then gently release. Tipping to the left, help the hip down. Move your blocks out of the way. Help your right leg around in front. Making adjustments. Stand on your left foot, keeping the foot either on the inside or across it to the outside, just seeing if you can really stamp that foot down. Reaching out through your right foot, left hand comes back behind you, right arm hugs as you twist, gazing out over the back shoulder. Take one more deep breath in here and let it go. Gently unwinding. Come on over to the right, tipping to the right, elbows bend wide, heart melts down in a counter twist. Press yourself back up. Extend the legs long. Give them a little shake out. Reach the arms up high. Knees can have a bend to them if that feels better. Stretch up through the fingers. And then start to curl down, starting down at the tailbone. Reach out through your feet as you slowly lower down. Pausing for a moment. So nice. Let everything relax. And anytime a little sigh feels like coming out, just give yourself a little sigh. And then when you're ready, hug your knees towards you. Give them a little squeeze as you rock side to side. Knees stay hugged in, arms come out wide in line with shoulders, palms facing up. And a capital T for a terrific rest of your day. Let your knees fall over to the left, taking any support you'd like if you want a gentler twist, propping the floor up to meet you. Left hand can come and rest on the legs, just make a connection between upper and lower body. Soften the shoulders, adjusting the arms if you need, letting the head turn in whatever direction. And just staying here in this twist for 2 breaths. You begin to slow things down. Come back through center, arms wide. Inhale the knees back up. and over to the other side. Right hand can come and hold the legs. So you turn the head whichever way. A little gentle supine twist. And a couple of loving breaths here. Bringing the head back to center. Inhale, knees back to center. Give them a little hug. Rock side to side. Circle the knees one way and then the other. Hugging your right leg, extend your left leg long. And then switch. Reach both legs long, sweep the arms overhead, stretch your fingers down to toes, give them a wiggle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms out and down. And then shifting into your final posture of Shavasana, your final relaxation. Taking whatever variation you like here. So you can use your blanket if you have one as a roll in the back long ways. You can make a little shelf for your legs using blocks and blankets. Do what feels good. I'm going to do a little neck roll. I like the little neck roll to create a little space at the top of the spine there. So nothing major, just a little spacer. Oh, so good. Making any little micro movements, adjustments, letting the arms rest wherever they feel most comfortable. Allowing the eyes to close and settle in their sockets. Taking a deep breath in and sigh out. Take another deep breath in. At the top of the breath, hold it in. Take a little extra sip of air in. And then parting the lips, let the breath fall out. And one more big breath in. And let it go. Relax, release. Let the whole body find rest. And take this time to recharge. smooth. Start to let any little movements come back that feel natural. You may start with the wiggling of fingers and toes. Or there may be a stretch calling your name. And begin to bend one knee and the other, bringing the feet to the floor. Let your head flop side to side. And turn on over to one side, pausing there for a moment in this transition. Noticing what it feels like resting here on your side. And if there's been any shifts or changes having gone through your practice. And then in any way that feels sweet, supportive, start to help yourself back on up. Taking your time to get there, letting the eyes stay closed, or just having a soft, fuzzy gaze. When you find your seat once again, bring one hand to heart center, other hand stacks on top of it. And bow the head towards hands and heart. Thank yourself for showing up, for playing yoga today, and giving yourself this gift of time on your mat. So you inhale, bring the head back up, and bow to the wonder and to the wisdom within you. Namaste. I hope this class helps you keep nice and limber during your day, and that you have maybe a little more spring in your step. Until next time, bye.